Hello, good day, everyone. I'm Mr. Clark, and I want to welcome you to Exposè. Now, as you would have heard, Exposè deals primarily with exposing things that the public should be made aware of. There's been quite a bit of corruption within Barbados. There's quite a bit of land theft. There's quite a bit of injustice. And this is primarily what Exposè deals with. So what I've asked people to do is, if you believe that you've been done an injustice, or you believe you know someone who's been done an injustice, you can call me at 282-0602, and I will investigate that matter, and I will be able to expose whatever issue it is that you have. Now, Exposè deals primarily with substantiation. We do not post anything unless we can confirm it with documentation, audio, or video. So unless we are able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt what you're saying is truthful, it will not be aired, okay? But what I'm going to get into now is the truth about Violet Beckles. And I want to just give you a prelude as to what will be coming. Now, Violet Beckles and Beatrice Henry were massive landowners in Barbados. Beatrice Henry would have bought up quite a bit of plantations, and she had married Mr. Henry, who was a shipwright, and she also owned a number of schooners here in Barbados, and she would have bequeathed quite a bit of that property to her relative Violet Beckles, and Violet Beckles was not able to accrue any capital relative to her land. She wasn't able to collect the rent she was supposed to collect due to a lot of fraud in the courts, fraud by attorneys she trusted, fraud by people who came into her life, and this lady was really given a very hard time. She was treated rather unfairly. And as it is right now, she has a son and a daughter who are living in poverty. And we are hearing of someone coming out and saying that they were given all this property by Miss Beckles and Miss Henry. And this is not true. I would have done a search, and I would have found a copy of the will. And I do know that the person purporting to be the owner was at one point in time a power of attorney, but they were a power of attorney through duplicity. Okay? So I'm able to review that. I received quite a few documents from Mr. Caswell Franklin himself. And then I did a lot of searching of my own into the courts, etc. And we actually did an interview with the son and daughter and the nephew. I have a full audio interview, extensive. And it shows you that the person saying that they're related to Miss Violet Beckles are no relation whatsoever. And that through the intervention of this sister who knew Miss Beckles believed that this person was a judge. And that's why they would have been able to gain her confidence. And we will see that it was all a lie. Okay, so expect this to be coming soon. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a very short commentary here, because many of the people who support me and have been there for me continuously, and I've gained quite a few now, are asking me why I do not respond to the posts that are being aired by this radio station in England, and this gentleman, Mr. Kenneth Ridgeock, in association with Mr. Alex Mitchell, and also the Sherry Veronicas. I do not respond to lies. I don't have to respond to lies. All right? And I don't deal with gossip. Okay? I do not hate these people. I just feel pity for them, because if you notice, I deal with the issues that are affecting us, the Barbadian public. And if I believe something is going to disenfranchise us or cause us problems in the long run, I will speak out about it. If I believe someone has been done an injustice, I will speak out about it. When people could put me to the extent that I'm more important than issues that affect the public, something is definitely wrong with that person. When you could concentrate on the air whole show about me, I just put up blogs about me, consistently, there must be something inside that person that's eating them out. It means then that I'm doing something right because they're afraid of maybe my mouth. They're afraid of the documentation I might have. They're afraid of something. And I don't have to respond. What I will do though is in a different form prove that what they say is not true. And I have quite a number of attorneys who are pushing me to take this matter to a different form. And I believe I will. Okay, and I will be showing you that I am a paralegal. I have no matters pending before any courts. And that I work with and in association with reputable attorneys. And as far as my good friend, Mr. Douglas Trotman, whom he and I had a project in which to help feed the homeless and house them, and whom I'm constantly in contact with his son. I want to say may he rest in peace. He was a good man. He was my friend. He was my friend. He came to Barbados at my behest to represent my fiancée. A lot of people didn't know this. And he died well in the process of representing my fiancée. So she was still imprisoned. Sounds contradictory, doesn't it, to what they're saying? They're implying that under the instructions of somebody from government, I would have been instrumental in his death. That would have defeated the purpose of me getting my fiancée from prison, wouldn't it? It doesn't. It's nonsensical. All right, but I'm not responding to it, and I just feel pity for them. And I would ask that when you see these blogs and hear these stations and radio stations and see these little videos and stuff, that you realize that these people have a mental problem and that they're out for sensationalism, and you won't be getting any truth from what they put out. And quite a few of them have told me before that they don't really care about Barbadians. So I would be very disappointed in Barbadians if they follow them. Okay? Let's deal with the truth. And as you know, I always come with documentation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. Push the button, subscribe to Exposè. It's all about the truth. Thank you.